Hey guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about tracking sales goals and keeping your numbers in front of people. I'm gonna walk you through that on the actual spreadsheet with a screenshot video.
You play to win the game. Hello?
As you guys have probably seen in previous videos, I am a big proponent of keeping your numbers, right, the business's numbers in front of the people that you work with. So keeping the numbers in front of your staff is something that's very, very important. And I've just learned this over the years that if they are conscientious of the numbers and they understand the numbers and they know the numbers, they really care about the numbers. And if they care about the numbers, they care about their performance. And if their performance is tied to their compensation is tied to their performance, right? You need to be able to track the numbers, and if they know what's going on with the numbers, you're going to get a better performance from your employee. So this is something that's very, very important. This is essentially the tool that we look at every single day. So every single day we put this report out in front of our employees, and this report gives you all sorts of vitals to your business, and obviously you can create this to be all sorts of things that are related to your business or things that are specifically related to your business. But for us, I'll walk you through it. Every day we have to input data, right? So we have to make projections every single month. These stay static. Every single day we enter in different variables that allow us to get a report, and this report really shows us. So right now our goal for this particular month, and like I said, this is totally made up, so I apologize if some of these numbers are skewed, but for this particular month, the goal was $110,000. We have completed, I believe in this scenario, 1 day out of the month. So we're open 26 days. We've completed one of those 26 days. We did whatever it was that we did. On that particular day, we did just under 5,000 in sales. If I project out over the next 25 days or the 26 days that we're open, our projected sales pace is 125,000 or 124,748. So that's right there, something that's very, very useful. You can see you're 10 days into the month, and you have a pretty good idea of where you're going to be by the end of the month. Or you have a pretty good idea that I'm not liking where this thing's going and I better adjust this. If all of your people in the building are focused on these type of numbers, I promise you it's far easier to get compliance from the collective group when their pay is tied to these type of numbers. So knowing these numbers is huge, but we get all sorts of other inputs and outputs from this. So we enter, what were yesterday's goals? Did we hit our goals yesterday? Yes, we did. Yes, yes, yes. No. So our average repair order was only $200. So I know we did 24 cars. Yesterday's actual, we did 24 cars. We really only want to do 12 cars. So we doubled what we wanted as far as cars, which is why our ARO was so low. Depends on how you view that. I'm a guy who'd much rather have 24 cars, and I'll win this game for the long term. Some people are high ARO people. That's a whole different discussion. But I don't love $200 as an average repair order either. Just for anybody wondering, I don't like that number either. So now what this does every single day, it recalculates what our new pace is to reach our goal. So being that we're projected pace is 124, our goal is 110. The new pace to reach goal is still, there's a baseline, so it'll never go below $4,231. But if, let's say, our goal was 110 and our projected pace was 90, it will tell you every single day for the rest of the month you would need to do, and this number would obviously be higher, whatever that number ends up being. So this adjusts the car count. So basically it says we are on plan for every single thing. In ARO, this calculates this a little bit differently. Don't get too caught up into that. So the service advisors, they have certain things that they look at as well that are specific to service advisors. So we look at what our monthly gross profit is on all of our parts over the course of the month. So it's 45%. Yesterday our gross profit was 45%. In this scenario, there's only 1 day, so that makes sense. It gives us our effective labor rate. Effective labor rate is really So door rate, so our door rate is essentially $98. $98 is a useless number because there's all sorts of labor, oil changes, general inspections, certain brake inspections, front end inspections. We tend to waive the fee. However, we still obviously track the hours for the technician. We're big shock and strut sellers. So our goal for this month was 35. After day one, our projected pace is 52 units, or excuse me, 52 axles. So this is 35 axles. Our projected pace after day one is 52. The current work in progress, so this is how much work we have going on our board right now. This is all fictitious, but after day one we have $36,000 on the board. So here's production goals. Today's goal for junior is 5.56. Junior's output yesterday was 21 hours. Again, all fictitious. Keith, his goal is 2.78. His yesterday's actual is 2.7. Right, and you can follow this along, and you guys can see. So all of this adjusts every single day. So you're always seeing the most up-to-date numbers on where you think we're going. Right? For us, everybody in our building gets a percentage of our gross profit. This is something that our guys look at every single day, and they actually know. So if I'm a 2% guy, I know I get 2% of our company's gross profit. I would make $2,700 that month. I don't like this month. We're not making enough money. But this is something they look at every single day. We also have a management report, and this really gives us, so month to date, if I say current year, 2017, my month to date is $4,798 in sales. At the same time, so after day one of January 2016, my sales were $4,000. I'm up 20% on the month. We do the same thing with car count. My current year car count on day one was 24. My last year car count was 22. My variance is 2. I'm up 2. My growth is 9%. We also do a year-to-date calculation, which on day one of the year really isn't super relevant. And the year-to-date doesn't become relevant until you get into February. So this looks at monthly goals, daily and monthly goals. So we know at this point, 4% of the month is completed. Our effective labor rate for the month is $59. 45% margin. We've actually sold 2 axles of struts. The goal is 35. Right? This puts us at a projected pace of 52 axles. So we really like that. That's a good thing. ARO is $200. Hours per car is low. As a product of our ARO being low, car count we're up 12. And you guys can obviously follow this through. But like I said, I can't. I'll post this. You guys have access to this. I would think for most shops there would be some level of modification. I'd be happy to help you guys with that. I really like doing this stuff. I really like to know what other shops are doing. But you guys, the more you put the numbers in front of your people, the better they will perform. There's just no way around that. It took me a while to figure that out. But once I figured that out and I got control and a handle on my numbers, in my own mind, and then I said, hey, here's the things that really are the drivers of my business. Here's the numbers. Here's the things that push our business along. I started to put these in front of our guys, reward them for that, tie their performance to it, and tie their compensation to their performance, and my business took off. Very, very helpful.